This wild card weekend was an absolute dud. I mean, just blowout game after blowout game. Thank you, Washington Commanders, for going out there and getting an upset. I think I had the Broncos winning, the Chargers winning. We'll get into all that. We're going to talk about the winners. We're going to talk about the losers. We're going to make our predictions for the divisional round, conference round, and our updated Super Bowl predictions, which aren't super updated because they're going to pretty much stay the same. Starting with the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. Obviously, Buffalo Bills coming out on top. Josh Allen not even playing great. You know who had a day? James Cook. He had to have been averaging six yards a carry. At one point, he got stopped at the line of scrimmage and they drug him for 15 more yards. You're not going to beat a team like that. Denver Broncos were in a very, very weird spot. I don't know why they kept running the ball. Sean Payton, why are we running the ball on first and second down with the worst running back room in the league? I mean, Williams, an absolute bum. I'm going to keep it 100% real. I know I'm sitting in my room with my Funko Pops in the background talking about NFL players. Williams is a bum. Maybe he needs a change of scenery. Maybe he needs to get out of there and get a new look on a new team. Maybe he can thrive somewhere else. Denver, time to cut ties, let him go, find the next guy. Buffalo came out on top. Next, we have the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Can I get a Mr. Unlimited in the comments? We knew this was going to happen. Baltimore went out there, absolutely steamrolled. One of the first games we got right. There's something wrong in Pittsburgh. I don't know what's wrong with the defense. It's disconnecting. I don't know what's wrong with the offense. It's disconnecting. George Pickens, absolute menace. I feel like his talent is going to waste in Pittsburgh. They got to do something to get this man some help. Ravens come out on top. Next, we have the Texans and the Chargers. I feel like everyone in America was really pulling for the Chargers, other than Texans fans. CJ Stroud hasn't looked great coming into playoffs. That defense, Derek Stingley Jr., I believe he's junior, right? Put up an insane, this man put up Madden stats. This man had 2 interceptions, a forced fumble, I think a pick 6, and 4 tackles. This man was out there playing on the sticks. He was playing Madden. The Chargers, Justin Herbert always chokes in the playoffs. Don't know what it is. Maybe he's not that guy. Chat, I need y'all to let me know down in the comments, is Justin Herbert overrated at this point? I get it. He's throwing to Ladd McConkey. He's throwing to Ladd McConkey and Will Dissly, and then he has me out there receiving the ball. Not a lot of great receivers on the team. They're starting to build that. The run game couldn't get going. The Texans were just firing on both sides of the ball, and the Chargers could not get it going. Texans with the win. After that, we had the Philadelphia Eagles take on the Green Bay Packers. And Philadelphia Eagles fans, what I want to tell you is if you go out there this week and play like that against the Rams, you will lose. Your offense has to get going. You got A.J. Brown over here reading the Bible on the sideline or some book on the sideline. I don't know what's going on. He just always has to be the center of attention. It's annoying at this point. A.J. Brown, brother, go out there and play football. We done never seen you pull the book out on the sideline before. Why are you pulling it out now? Then, obviously, Jordan Love, down bad. I don't know, just still fighting injuries. That team's just beat up, banged up. They just weren't, playoffs just weren't for them this year. Next, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, my Baker Mayfield bake show, baby, taking on the Washington Commanders. I knew Washington could go out here and get it done. They just have so much depth in the locker room of guys that have been to playoffs, been to Super Bowls, won Super Bowls, this, that, around a rookie quarterback that is so versatile as Jaden Daniels. Hey, but if I had to see their kicker fix his hair one more time, I thought 100% he was missing that kick. I thought 100% he was missing it. This man was so nervous. He fixed his socks 6 times and he fixed his hair 7 times. Went out there, made the kick, Washington with the dub. Last but not least, our Monday night football game. We had the LA Rams taking on the Vikings. I don't know what's wrong with the Vikings. Sam Darnold has looked terrible these past 2 weeks. The offense has looked terrible these past 2 weeks. The defense, towards the end of the game, they were starting to get it. They just didn't start super hot. And that's what gets you bounced from playoffs. They're gone. They're done. I don't know what's going to happen this offseason with Sam Darnold, but the Vikings have some massive questions they need to answer. 14 wins in a wild card loss. That is sick work. But when you're playing guys like Matthew Stafford, it is inevitable that it's going to happen. You got, again, just like Washington, you got a bunch of guys in there that have been there, done that, and they know what it takes to go win those games. Now, we have our divisional playoff predictions. We have the Houston Texans taking on the the reigning, defending, back-to-back Mahomes, Kelsey, Andy Reid, Chris Jones, Kansas City Chiefs. That being said, I think the Chiefs absolutely dog walk the Texans. I think the Texans defense is playing great, but when you're playing a team like the Chiefs, and again, tell me if you've heard me say this, with all the experience and all the talent on the team, all the been there, done that, I think the Chiefs come out on top. I think the Texans are going to be slow start. I mean, the Chiefs kind of slow start on offense, but they're going to be able to pick it up in the second half. Texas has been a terrible second half team this year. Absolutely horrendous second half team. Now, if their defense goes out there, gets some pressure on Mahomes, maybe he won't beat them by 20. I'm rocking with the Kansas City Chiefs. Next, we have the Buffalo Bills taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we thrive for. This is what we pray for. You got Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, MVP and potential backup MVP of the league, potential double MVP of the league. When's the last time they did that? I think it was like 19. Well, I'd probably say it wasn't 2008, was it? Someone said something about 2008. I feel like it was like 1980 or something like that. Double MVPs nonetheless, has happened before. You got two quarterbacks that absolutely carry your team. You got two defenses. You got two great run games. This might be potential, not even game of the week. This could be game of the year. I really don't even know who I want to go on this. Personally, I am rocking with Lamarvelous Jackson. I like Lamar, guys. I like Lamar. I think he's an amazing quarterback. I think if the Texans can knock the Chiefs off, he's going to have an absolute walk into the Super Bowl, and who wouldn't want to see a Lamar Jackson Super Bowl? After that, we have on our NFC side, the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. Now, I'm going to keep it so real with y'all. I think the Washington Commanders are a very interesting matchup for the Detroit Lions. I think they got a running quarterback that Detroit struggles with. I think Detroit's defense is banged up. I think Washington has a really good wide receiver core. The one thing that's going to kill them this game, they have the 30th ranked rush defense. You know what I'm doing? I'm stacking the box and I'm making Jared Goff beat me by passing the ball. Oh, guess what? Washington has the third best pass defense. This game is going to be a lot more crazy than y'all think. That being said, give me the Detroit Lions. I mean, I've picked against them all year. I'm not going to look stupid here. And if I do, it just means the Lions lost, baby. Thank God. Thank God. I do think Washington gives them something to talk about, though. Next, this one. Tell me if you've heard this. Is interesting. We have the LA Rams taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. I think that the Eagles are going to have to go out there. I think I said this a minute ago. They're going to have to put more on the board than they did, against the Packers. The offense looked like it was struggling. It looked like it couldn't get going at first. The defense playing absolute lights out. I just want to say that. Their defense is insane. The offense is going to have to complement them in this round and next round because you're going to have to outscore the LA Rams. The LA Rams just put 27 on one of the better defenses in the league. You're going to have to outscore that. And then, potentially, I am picking the Eagles, by the way. You're going to have to come down to the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions in the conference championship. And that's another team. Your defense could get you some stops, but if you don't, you're probably going to have to score 40. Can the Eagles score 40? I don't know if they can do that. What the Eagles can do, this is why I think they can beat the Lions. They can extend the game. They can run the rock. They can hold the ball as long as they need to. Their defense can clutch up. I just think it is inevitable. The Philadelphia Eagles beat the Detroit Lions in the conference championship. Next, in the conference championship, on the AFC side, we have, if you tell me if you've heard this, the reigning, defending, back-to-back Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Now, Lamar, I'm so sorry this has to happen to you, brother. I know you want to get there so bad. I know this is one of your best seasons you've ever had. You have progressed as a quarterback. Brother, remember when you came in the league and all all they could talk about is, oh my God, he's a running back. All he does is run, this and that. Well, now you have the second best quarterback rating of all time. You're one of the best passers this year. Oh, guess what? You're one of the best rushers this year. Lamar Jackson, undoubtedly the second best quarterback in this league. Unfortunately, he's having to play the best quarterback in the league in Patrick Mahomes, and I'm rocking with Patrick Mahomes to get to the Super Bowl for the three-peat. Last but not least, in the Super Bowl, we had the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles, a rematch of what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that. This is going to be a matchup. I think that the Eagles have the defense, and can they keep up on offense? The thing that I kept preaching this whole video. Who has been there? Who has done that? The Chiefs have been here. They've won Super Bowls. They've done this. They've done that. I know the Eagles have been there, but the Chiefs know how to beat the good teams by 3. They know how to beat the bad teams by 3. They know how to play until there are zeros on that clock. Give me, with the three-peat, the back-to-back-to-back Kansas City Chiefs. Those are my official, after wildcard got busted, playoff predictions from the divisional round all the way to the Super Bowl. If you have anything different, I want you to let me know down in the comments. I want you to let me know who your Super Bowl winner is down in the comments. Don't forget, like and follow.